back to another episode of Drunken Idiots. I hope you guys enjoying our podcast, our idiotness, and all the other things we put out, as in reacts and the clips we put out. We have a guest here again with Mike, and we're enjoying his presence. So why not bring him back? And it's me and Michael here, the original idiots.
Buttercups.
So I hope you guys are enjoying your night, your day, and your evening. Let's get into it. All right, to break the ice. What about Kanye's mental breakdown?
Oh my god.
Well, we got any? What do you guys think about Kanye's mental breakdown?
I think it's marketing.
You think it's marketing?
I 100% think it is marketing. Like, okay.
But
you get to that point.
But okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Keep going.
When you get to that point, anything you do is under a magnifying glass, and anything you do is sales. In reality.
And if you can use it.
So the more you stand out and the more weird and off-color shit you do is more money you make. So I think it's marketing. Like honestly, I think it's money. Like, to me, I would act a fool if it fucking made me money.
Okay, so have y'all kept up with the newest stuff he's been going crazy about?
I just saw that he was in his ski mask at the Super Bowl.
I wonder how that motherfucker could see.
Okay, so his new stuff is now he's going after Pete Davidson because Pete Davidson's dating Kim Kardashian.
Smashing his
And
feeling saucy lately.
And it's honestly it's to the point where, like, I could see it being what you guys are saying, but like he's gone off the rocker. He has gone deep off the rocker. And I think that he cannot accept he sabotaged his marriage, and I think that me and Kayla talk about it. We don't think that he has a PR team, and or if he does, his PR team just lets him do whatever the hell he wants. I think he has too much freedom. I think he has too much freedom to say and do whatever he wants. I think he's just pissed off about what's going on in his life and what's happened, and now he's just tweeting about it and just throwing it all out there. Have you guys seen the new pictures of him? The picture of him holding up the sign and posting it on Instagram?
No, I have not.
I think I did see like a snippet of it.
Dude, so he I can't remember exact words, but basically he was just like saying that he said some crazy things. Hang on, I'm gonna pull it up, but it's weird because
I don't know though, man. Like that's the thing though. Like, the more crazy you are, the more money you make. At that level, like the crazier you are, the more money you're making. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's to a point where, yes, it's a feud. Yeah, this dude's boinking my fucking ex-wife. Yeah, he's probably swinging a hammer, according to the rumors that are swinging around. Man's got a hammer. All right, cool.
Right.
But the crazier I get, the more money I'm gonna make. So this feud turns into more cash for me. So, thinking from a financial aspect, I just use it to my advantage.
I mean, yeah. I think he just went. I think he's gone a little too far. I think he's gone off.
But
I think
too far makes money. I mean,
that's true.
I feel like he's going after just random shit now, though.
And see, like he is he's pretty obsessed with Pete Davidson right now. He calls him what does he call him? He calls him some fucking weird name, man. Oh god. I don't know. He's after him like crazy. I'm a big Pete Davidson fan. I'm more of a Pete Davidson fan than a Kanye fan, and I think it's hilarious. There's this meme going around where it's a Civil War meme, him and Pete Davidson, and then on Pete Davidson's team you have Kim, you have Taylor Swift, you have Billie Eilish, and on Kanye's team you have like Drake and like Travis Scott and some other people. And I'm like, and like he retweeted that, and Kanye retweeted that, and I'm like, wait, is this man? Because like he said he posted a picture of Kim in his text said, this is stuff is giving is gonna make Kanye is basically putting Kanye, I mean not Kanye, Pete Davidson in risk, and basically people wanting to go after him because you don't like him, you have a big fan base, and he was saying that and he said he texted back like, or he didn't say, he said don't worry, nothing's gonna happen to him, or and use the name he says to him, and then he said don't worry, I'm gonna handle it myself. And I'm like, is this man this mad about how he went crazy on Twitter and put all their drama out there, and now he lost her and now she's with Pete Davidson, so now he's mad? I'm like, you sabotaged yourself, bro. Come on.
Yeah, you kind of fucked up yourself.
In a way, yeah. I can't really. I can't disagree with that. He kind of fucked that one up, but.
I'm sorry, but like you have Kim Kardashian, you have the Kardashians. You're part of their family. You're already a big celebrity. You're a power couple, and then like you throw all your laundry out there, dude. You set yourself up for failure, in my opinion. And like
I can't disagree with that one. Like when you get to that level, your job is to protect the money. I mean, and then sometimes protecting the money means shut your fucking mouth. That's
true.
That's just the way it is.
True. That's true. Yeah. And I mean, see, I'm like I said, I'm not a big Kanye West fan, but I see why people like him. There's a new documentary on Netflix about him, and it actually only shows good things about him. And I'm like, how ironic is that?
For real.
You know what I mean? It doesn't show like how he's going through like a midlife crisis and like throwing everybody under the bus, all of his friends, and just saying fuck it all. But I will say that he did make Jack Harlow's day. I don't know if y'all seen that. He tweeted and said that like something about Jack Harlow, retweeted something about Jack Harlow, and Jack Harlow said, it's an amazing day.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
It's an amazing day when you have your idol tweet about you. And that was pretty cool. But, beyond that, for about 2 years now, maybe 3, I've only heard about his midlife crisis.
It's like, what's going on, brother? You need some help?
And the crazy thing is, he still does the Sunday church with his fans and all that stuff. So I'm like, so like Monday through Saturday, he's going crazy, tweeting about all these crazy things and all this crazy shit, and then Sunday he's like praise Jesus.
Like I said, man, it's just a character. Like it really, I honestly think there was background shit no one knows about their whole ruining his marriage and shit like that. So they just made it as business.
Yeah, there's gotta be something.
They made it as business oriented as they could in the process, to where they both benefited from it. You know what I mean? Like they both financially and business aspect.
It's a gain on both ends.
So they broke it off in the best method they possibly could financially. Now the fact that your mind is so fucked you don't know which way's up and down is a totally different story. Like, you're cool. Your bank account's pretty padded because even though your divorce is fucked up and your bank account's padded, but you don't know which way's up and down. It's a totally different story. But but hey, at least you got some cash.
See, like that's how I see it. It's like even if it's a publicity stunt and like he's just doing it all for money, it's like how far are you willing to go for money when you already have fucking money? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like if I'm at that point and I'm like, oh, let me just go crazy and I'll get more views and more stuff. But also, it comes back to when earlier days, y'all remember, Britney Spears and how like she, how she was in the conservatorship and stuff like that, and the reason why is because they said that she had a mental breakdown and all that stuff. But there's a documentary out there where they talk about how the paparazzi swarmed her worse than most celebrities out there, where literally she couldn't walk out her door without cameras everywhere.
I feel like hers was like legit.
Yeah, everywhere. And people were like, oh, she lost her mind. No, she was just sick of it. She was sick of people being up her ass and, tired of it. And Kanye's doing kind of right. And Kanye's doing the same kind of thing, in my opinion. He is he is going crazy on the internet, and everyone's just like, "Oh, that's okay." You know what I mean? Like, so like, it blows my mind because like you can have one celebrity doing one thing, but then have a celebrity doing the exact same thing, and then this celebrity gets a conservatorship, but this celebrity doesn't. You
Yeah,
know what I
but it's a
mean?
lot of years
It,
difference too. There's a lot of years,
Yeah.
like things have changed a lot since
well,
then.
yes, but at the same time, though, she just got out of her conservatorship. You know what I mean? So, like, during while his midlife crisis was happening, she was still in her conservatorship. I mean, she is 40 something years old, and people still had to control her money. Think about us being 40-year-olds, and we're making millions, if not more,
Fuck,
millions of
I ain't got
hundreds of
control of my
millions of
money right
dollars.
now. Fucking
Oh yeah.
shit.
And legally you can't like buy something without someone saying yes, someone saying no. Legally you can't do this without them. You have to legally do exactly what this person says. You can't not make a video for that week because guess what? Your conservator, the person that is in charge of your conservatorship, says, "Hey, you need to make more money because I want to make more money." And your money is their money now. It's not like you can just go anywhere you want, take your card, and just go and buy whatever the hell you want. You have to ask permission. And the times were different, yes, but it led into the times of now, and the only reason that she got out of conservatorship is because how big of the movement got with Free Britney. You know what I mean? So I think that it's a double-sided sword. You know what I mean? You're
It
getting
is.
you're taking two celebrities that did the exact same thing, and you're just basically putting one on the pedestal and one not, in my
Yeah, no,
opinion.
I see what you mean by that.
Because
But
like,
I also
if
think
any of
I also think
there was
crazy nowadays is crazy makes money versus back then. Back then it was a little bit more respected, like, oh shit, you're going nuts, let's give you some space. You know,
right.
that type of thing. That's what I mean by different times. Back then it was, oh shit, you're going insane. All right, well, let's give you some
Look
time.
at Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, let's give you some time to chill and figure yourself out. Now, nowadays, everybody knows. I mean, you can search it up just like my wacky news stories and shit like that. Crazy makes fucking money. So whenever shit goes crazy, like Kanye does every fucking day that ends in Y. So
Yeah, that's true.
every time Kanye goes insane, it makes money because it makes headlines and it makes fucking front page news and it gets fucking this news station in front of this news station and it just makes money. Versus back then, it was a little bit more respected. Oh, it's a personal matter. You're freaking the fuck out. You need to chill. Everybody's backing off a little bit. Okay, cool, give you your time. Now, 20 years later, it's, oh shit, this guy's going crazy. We can make millions off that fucking story. We can make fucking this much off of that story. We can make this much off of that person's unfortunate incident. We can make this, that, and the other. So
Right.
it's totally, that's what I mean by it's a different ball game.
Yeah, I
Back,
agree.
back
Yeah,
then,
I get
back
what you
then it
mean.
was a little bit more, it was a little more,
And
it was a little
plus
more
mental
respectable, we'll
health,
say. Yeah. Well,
and plus mental health was not like a thing. People were like, "Oh, they're just going crazy." They weren't thinking, well, maybe that person needs to talk to someone about, why they think this way or why they feel this way. It was just, you're crazy. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
mental health wasn't even a big thing back in the day. And, people that believe, people that grew up like that still don't think, like, I've met people that don't think like ADHD is real or, dyslexia is real or, some people don't believe autism is autistic. Autism is real. People that are autistic, tons and tons of stuff. And that's just because of, like you said, it's just a different generation and older and people just didn't believe in that stuff
different
at
times.
all
It's just,
whatsoever.
it's just different
Oh
times,
yeah.
man.
I have a question. Go, Michael.
I was say, like, did you guys see? You guys watch Super Bowl at all?
I did.
Yeah.
Well, I did
Okay,
up until
good.
halftime.
Come on,
I watched
Okay.
Michael.
halftime.
So
Michael. How long have we known each other? Come on.
I wanted to make
I
sure.
watched halftime and I was passed out drunk after halftime, so I fucking went to sleep.
So, did anybody see the Planet Fitness commercial with Lindsay Lohan?
Oh, I actually missed that. No, I did not.
Bro, I'm just saying,
I was
she
drank
got
up.
hot again.
Are you sure?
How did I know that was gonna come out of Michael's
you
mouth?
sure it wasn't CGI, homie? You know what they can do with filters?
I
these
don't
days?
feel like it
I'm
was.
Just saying.
Because I mean, she was good looking, and then she went on her binge, but she looks really good now.
I've seen filters where man's turns into woman on a filters, and they look all right, and
I'm
it's
gonna
actually a
double-check
man.
this.
All right, so
I'm double checking this.
I have a good one. So a big celebrity, a bigger celebrity. She is now becoming a way bigger celebrity, a bigger actress. What do you guys think about Zendaya? Like,
Oh,
have you ever
Zendaya.
watched Euphoria?
I
Anyone watching watch?
Yeah.
I saw today. I don't know if it's confirmed or not that she's pregnant with Tom Holland's baby.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Dude,
I saw pictures today where she's actually got a baby bump, and it was confirmed that it was Tom Holland's baby.
Wait. I have to look at. Wait, what?
Swear down. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's confirmed or not. But
Hang on, I'm looking it up.
I did see.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I did see. Like I said, it's not confirmed or not, but I saw there's quite a few pictures of her where she's got a little bit of a baby bump, and she said it's Tom Holland's. You can look it up right now to confirm me or not, or if it's just like a bullshit thing that I saw, which could be. You know how it is.
Whoa! The actress is in fact pregnant with her boyfriend's child.
Yo, boy!
Tom Holland getting it.
Your boy laying it down 650 pounds, laying that.
You heard it
pipe.
here first. If you haven't heard it yet, Tom Holland and Zendaya having a baby.
Yeah.
Wait.
Six. I'm just happy a fellow Hobbit knows how to fucking lay pipe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fellow Hobbit. Dude. Okay, beyond that, wow, I didn't know that. That's actually a good fun fact for
I forgot about it until just now, until you said something. So yeah.
Wow, that's insane. That is insane. Okay, so have you guys watched Euphoria? Have y'all watched anything with her recently?
A little bit, not a lot.
Not recently, no. Just the.
I did watch the new Spider-Man.
Yeah,
that was good as shit.
Spider-Man shit, yeah.
Well, so like Euphoria, I know you guys heard of it, right?
Yes.
Okay, I would say it's big out there now. It's most people trend about it. It trends almost every Sunday when it comes out. Honestly, on Twitter, of course, if you're on Twitter, but she is, man. I don't know if you guys have ever dealt with, like, in your life, or if you've dealt with friends, or if you in your high school life, if you did drugs or stuff like that. But man, I'm getting a little personal. I have dealt with, drugs and addicts all throughout my life, family mostly, and, a lot of family, very close family, and a lot of different stuff involved with a lot of shitty shit. And when I could say, wow, they get that shit on point. And Zendaya, man, she can act like crazy. There's this one episode where she's going through withdrawals, and the withdrawals are so realistic that it takes me back to when. It takes me back to when I was a kid, and I would see, I won't put them out on blast like that, but one of my family members going through withdrawals, a couple of my family was going through withdrawals and having the same symptoms and the same effects that she had, and I'm just like, wow, that's insane. She is having on point, and a lot of people are like, they're glorifying drugs toward teenagers, which I get that because it's supposed to be for teenagers, and I get that. But after that episode, you can't say they're glorifying it anymore, because now they have finally reached to the point where they're showing the bad effects of drugs. Yeah, the bad effects of drugs, we should all know, you're going to get addicted. You're going to, especially if you're doing them every day, and when we say drugs, we're not talking about things that grow from the earth, like, mushrooms, marijuana. We're not talking like that. We're because
they're harder
we're talking
stuff.
about we're talking about hardest stuff as a man-made. Like even liquor. Liquor is a drug. Yes, 100%. I think that is 100% a drug,
What do you
and it just
mean?
depends on.
Ass drug.
And it just depends on how like you drink it or how you conceive it. It's like I said, you know, you can be an alcoholic, or you could be someone that drinks only on the weekends, or you could be someone that drinks every once a month, you
Or
know.
someone who
But
just
there's
casually
drugs.
does.
Exactly. There's drugs out there like, you know, fentanyl, heroin, you know, crack cocaine, crack, you know, stuff like that. That, you know, if you don't have enough willpower, you can be hooked like immediately. But what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say is like, man, I like Zendaya. There's this movie on Netflix that she was which I can't remember the movie. What's the name is? I wish I could. I think she should win an Oscar for it, a Grammy, something.
Oh yeah.
Whatever, something for this movie, but this movie was like it was her and her husband. They had a whole night where they were just fighting the whole night and then made up and fought, made up and fought, made up and fought, made up and fought, and they made a whole movie about that just one night. I know it wasn't technically one night, but they made a whole movie over just basically them in their house in a matter of being in the middle of the night to in the morning, and that was it. And it made that movie was so fucking good. And her, how she every scene I've seen her in, she kills it. I mean, it's weird seeing her being in the Marvel universe and, you know, seeing her in, you know, different roles that are serious, like a lot, you know, I'm not saying that the Marvel universe isn't serious. They have a lot of serious roles, but not as many as, you know, Euphoria or, you know, different movies she has been in that are serious. But it is different to see her, you know, hanging from in Spider-Man's arms to, you know, doing drugs. You know what I mean? Or stuff
That's the
like
nice
that.
thing
And
about
she
Zendaya, though. She's very talented at what she does. Like she actually studies it, takes the time, and learns.
exactly, yeah. I mean, I think in the future we will be looking at me and Michael especially. No offense, Mike, you know, you're an older person, you know, and you will see, you know, how she started. But I think me and Michael can relate that when me and him were younger, we watched a lot of Disney Channel, and I remember her in Shake It Up. You know, and I remember her coming from that to now, and it's like I think that in our generation, Michael, when we're 40, that we're gonna be like, whoa, dude, like she's our Marilyn Monroe, you know what I mean, or something like that,
Marilyn
you know,
Monroe?
along those lines.
I'll be 50.
Yeah, you'll be 50. You'll be 50. Actually, you'll be like 60, won't you? Because you're what? How old are you?
I'm 29. Jesus.
Oh,
Damn.
Come
sorry.
on.
Sorry.
The disrespect in this place. What the fuck?
Oh, you're gonna be 60. Don't worry about it.
I thought you were like 30, like 40 almost.
Oh, come on! God,
I'm totally joking, Mike.
Whoa.
I'm totally joking, Mike. I'm totally joking. But
No,
no,
you're
Mike,
not.
did you?
No, you're not.
Did you?
Crying about it
Okay.
later.
You know what? I please don't cry yourself to sleep.
I won't.
But-
I promise.
Off my rant of Zendaya, I mean, if you guys haven't fucking watched this fabulous actress, you should. You should definitely watch her.
Pregnant.
So any of the
Pregnant.
new like,
Knocked up.
you
You heard it.
She's-
you heard
yeah.
it here first.
yeah, you heard it here first. If you haven't heard it, she's knocked up by
Tom
Tommy-
Holland. Tom Holland
I
playing
saw-
the pipe, baby boy.
Oh, big
Tom
time.
Holland. Yeah,
Respect.
you know what, Tom Holland? I
Respect.
think that you guys are young, and you might be a little. Wait, no, sorry, they're older than me. Never mind. Scoop. Never mind. Throw that argument out.
Pull out games weight couldn't pull out of a driveway. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking.
See, but you know, my question was, who's your in 2022, 2021, in the last couple years, who has become your favorite and newest artist in general, like rapper, singer, actress, you know, anything? Michael.
I guess if we go like artists, like music style, it's a band called Nefix.
Okay.
They do like some like remake stuff, and it's actually like really good. But they have like their own original stuff too.
Right.
But it's like it's done so well. Like a lot of remake shit is like so off tone or anything like that, but they did really, really good.
Okay, what about you, Mike?
Man.
I know you're old, but
yeah,
hey,
yeah. I was about to
come
say I don't really have anybody new, man. Like
I mean, I know you're old, but come on.
no, I like really like I don't listen to new stuff. Like I listen to like uh not
Not listen,
okay.
watch. What about
Well, I mean,
watching? You know, in
okay.
general, like any artist in general.
Watching.
Like, okay, like say, like
Okay, all right.
a
So
new
so
Marvel movie,
so
or
so
a
so like
new.
I like how I actually enjoy Tom Holland how he's doing the Uncharted movies coming up. Like how
Mm.
he's actually tackling the Uncharted movies after Marvel, and
Okay.
trying to go up a different path. As far as music goes, man, you kind of fucked me on that one. I Nonpoint does a lot of fucking cool remakes. Personally,
Uh huh.
Nonpoint is a kind of a rock band. I don't know if you know, but I don't know if you know have listened to their stuff, but they do
I've
it.
never heard of them.
Nonpoint actually does. When Doves Cry, the Prince song from back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nonpoint does like a rock remix of When Doves Cry, and they actually do it very fucking well. I've been listening to that lately. Just because like they do a lot of remakes of like really old classics, like good fucking hit songs like that. They do remakes of that in like of a rock kind of aspect. So, that's me personally. But as far as like actors and shit like that goes, I haven't really found a good one that I'm terribly fans of. Other than Tom Holland. Tom Holland seems to kind of like be the young guy that comes in and kind of goes hot. I mean, he's going for the that new one,
So
the
let
Uncharted
me
one
ask you.
with Mark
Let me
Wahlberg
ask you.
of all things.
Do you think Tom Holland has the potential of being the next? Let's see. Let me try to think. A Ryan Reynolds, or the next
I was gonna say Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. Yeah, the next Brad Pitt. Like,
Because Brad Pitt in his younger days was in everything,
Thing.
and then
so do you think that he could be the next Brad Pitt?
he's the only younger actor I think that has that range where he can do whatever the fuck he wants to do type of thing.
I feel like they
Oh, my
ruined
dad
it.
says, Jordan, do you have the herpes flare up under control now? Never had herpes, okay, man? Jesus. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. What? Me? No. No, anyone that didn't watch
I've had chlamydia twice.
anyone that didn't
Not
watch the
good.
Just Chatting.
I was not
it's an
prepared for
inside
that.
joke.
Yeah, you're welcome. I've had that one
Yeah.
twice. Yeah, it's not good.
Jesus.
Yeah, didn't learn. Came
Same
back,
person?
yeah, actually, came back twice. It's fucking not good. Did not learn.
It's like,
You
huh?
finally fixed it, Mike. I
I
see.
want to test the waters again.
Yeah, I don't have the borders because they weren't sized quite right. So I just obviously he's got. Oh shit! I apologize.
That's okay. So you think that Tom Holland is the next big shit, and you don't think really anyone else really?
Who else
But
is there?
me-
I mean,
that's
who
true.
else
with
younger
that.
in his ballpark of an age group? Who else is there?
That's true.
Like, there's not a lot to
That's
choose.
true.
Especially doing what he's doing.
There's not a lot to choose from. The guy can do action. The guy can do obviously drama because he has some drama sequences in those movies. The guy can do pretty much everything as far as acting goes in that ballpark. But anyone
Yeah.
else his age, point me to someone else that can. His age.
I mean,
I am very excited to
there's
see
really,
him in Uncharted.
There's really no one else to choose from.
that's true. That's true.
I mean, in that
Good
age
point.
group, there's no other males to really choose from. I mean, honestly, that's
true.
really it. I mean, there's no other guys that do it in that age group.
I mean, yeah,
You
there
got a good
used to be,
point.
but now they're all older now.
So okay, Okay, let me. Here comes for the next question: Is do you think that the new acting is different than the how they used to be? Like, do you think there's less actors than there were now? Like new, like, do you think there's
Oh, I think
less new
there's
actors
more.
than there were
I,
back in the day?
I think it's more
100%.
of like your mainstream ones now. It's just like the ones that everyone knows. It seems like.
Army Dad, The Rock, Tom Holland, Ryan Reynolds. Enough said.
Uh,
Those three are heavy hitters, big time.
Pretty much your three.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't care for The Rock as an actor. I do
Yeah,
not care
he's
for
good,
The Rock.
but yeah.
He has the same persona in every movie.
I
I'm
Yeah,
think that
I'm
Ryan Reynolds on the other hand.
Ryan Reynolds
he brings the
well.
humor. He brings humor big time.
He is perfect.
I think Michael has a little crush on Ryan Reynolds.
I do.
Shut up.
What do you mean?
Oh, 100%.
I do.
See,
You don't
yeah,
even gotta pay me.
The Rock. I mean, he's okay, but he can't act at all because all he does is the most remembering thing of The Rock is him flexing his man titties all the time.
Yeah, man.
That's it.
Man titties and that look.
Yeah, man titties in the look.
Wait, so you're not
See,
wrong. But as far as making money, you put his name on anything, it makes money.
Yeah, you're set.
Yeah, you put his name on anything, it makes money. It's just the way it is. But right now, generationally, I guess, and in actors in their 20s, early 30s, you're you're not really talking. There's not a lot of choices.
Yeah, it's not like it used to be.
It's not.
well, I mean, you do have Jennifer Lawrence.
Well, I was more
Can't
referring.
forget
Yeah.
about her.
I was more referring
Can't
to like.
forget about her.
I mean, you can't, but I was more referring to like male actors as far as like action heroes, like what you would normally see in movies, right? So like
Right.
our action heroes, we had James Bond, we had fucking Indiana Jones back in the day.
Yeah.
Right.
We had obviously, we had the Han Solo for Star Wars and things like that. Those were
You know.
Cage in half the movies.
yeah. So like
You know what?
you had actors that granted some of them were the same actors, but you had actors that were in that ballpark that were hitting those big
fucking
movies.
Okay.
oh, what's his name?
Here's a good one. I think that
Chris
you know,
Pratt.
for a moment,
we're
I would
forgetting Chris
I
Pratt.
would.
Chris Pratt.
That's true. For a moment,
Um,
you guys, I did agree that like Tom Holland
Johnny
can
Depp.
be. Holland has is on top of everybody that other than anyone else, but we are forgetting about 5 kids that literally after they're done with this series, after they move on from this series, they're gonna have a lot of roles. The kids from Stranger Things,
Things.
they are, they're gonna be.
They're gonna be the next ones.
For one, the kids from Stranger, there's already they're already in other shit. You know what I mean? They're already in TV shows, other movies,
I mean, I haven't
and
seen Stranger Things, so I can't really put my opinion on it.
well, I mean, I think
Shocked.
they're great fucking actors and
They are very good.
actresses that are in it, and I
For
think
being as
that
young as they are.
in my opinion, Netflix has made it a lot more easier for people to become uh um actors and actresses than it used to be, because like it used to be where you had to get on a certain movie role or certain whatever, but now if you get on Netflix, they can come at you with anything, and Netflix is your main place to do movies now. You know what I mean? Like Ryan Reynolds, I don't think you guys understand. Ryan Reynolds just said, "All right, I'm Netflix
Do
now."
anything.
Yeah, well, Ryan Reynolds is now going to be strictly Netflix, except for the Deadpool watch, because the thing is, he's coming out with a Netflix original, and if we've seen from everyone else that as soon as they go to Netflix, that's where they're home. That's where home is at now. So I think that
Comedians
Netflix.
especially, like comedians
Oh yeah,
especially. Big
Oh
time.
yeah, big
They
time.
they, they kind of started that movement is to go into the private
God,
fucking
there's so
services.
many comedians on there now.
Sorry, not to interrupt.
and
sorry.
see, like, yeah, right. Well, I mean, I agree. I mean, there's a lot of comedians on there, and I think that, like I was saying, is like Tom Holland. He is known as like the big, Marvel. Marvel, especially Marvel, more than anything right now. He's known as Marvel, Marvel, Marvel. When really, I think the hidden potential is in Netflix, where a lot of the young and new actors are at. You know what I mean?
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
there's gonna be another service to compete with Netflix. Netflix keeps it, they're kind of they've I don't want to say they've monopolized.
But that
Uh,
same, they've grown kind of
but
monotone, in my opinion.
they kind okay, yeah, they have, but like they've kind of monopolized the industry as being. I can't say they kind of have because there's other services, but they're the only big service that offers so many different things. There's gonna be another
See,
service that
yeah.
offers that tries to offer the same thing as Netflix that gives it proper competition.
Yeah.
But
There's
here's
gonna
the
be
thing.
something. There's got to be something.
But here's the
Within
thing,
time.
though. In reality, though, I think Netflix is going up and up and up. I'm a big Netflix original person where I love movies, I love shows, I watch the newest things. And there's some crappy ones, but most Netflix originals are bangers. And they didn't have Netflix originals like they do now.
No.
And the thing is, like, yes, there could be a company that tries to be as big as Netflix, but they the thing is, the reason where they're at now is because Blockbuster. When let's go back to Blockbuster days, Blockbuster
Oh,
and
I miss
Netflix.
Blockbuster.
When Netflix came out, it was Blockbuster and Netflix. Netflix gave an opportunity of a lifetime to Netflix and said, "Hey, let us buy Blockbuster. Let us help you guys out." Blockbuster was like, "No, blah 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 blah." Well, they stayed with DVD, and you can do watch online movies, kind of, but nothing too serious. Netflix went to the extra mile and was like, screw the DVDs, all digital, all online, and now they're to the point where they're making
Do
such
it.
great movies
Don't
that
do
their
it.
quality is so good, and
You're doing
now
it.
they can't. I don't think another competitor can really compete. Like, look at Hulu. Hulu has live TV now, and yet still can't, compete. In my opinion, compete.
I
In my
need a
I
opinion.
mean
box.
that is actually true. Hulu's not doing as well by any means.
Yeah, and
How can
Hulu
you be so
came
here?
around
You're
the
so
same
good.
time as Netflix. Uh, Army Dad, I'm not gonna read out what you said, but acting is exact. I mean, acting is the same way in my opinion as it always been, if not better in my opinion. People take a lot of people put a lot of real life perspectives in the real world now than they used to, and that makes acting a lot better in my opinion, a lot better because it goes back into content. You can't watch content and expect people to just be what you expect people to just read a script or be exactly how you expect them to be, but if they put a little personality or a little real life things into their acting, that's what blows up now.
Yes,
And
but
Okay,
that's the reality.
going to his most recent hashtag where it says "Bring back Iron Man." All right, I'm gonna bring it up. Did Iron Man carry the Marvel franchise from the beginning?
No.
Do you think
Nope.
really because I mean that's where it started.
he did
Well,
pick it up pretty heavily, though.
technically,
Because it was dying
first,
up until he popped out with obviously Iron Man, and then it slowly started. I can't say slowly; it fucking popped after Iron Man. But did RDJ fucking bring it out? Because he is. I mean, his personality is just Iron Man. I mean,
Yeah.
it's perfect for the role.
I think it pretty much carried it, honestly. For the
well,
most part.
that, in my opinion, the
Yeah, I
Incredible
think it was a
Hawk.
huge aid.
The Incredible Hawk was actually in order the first ever Marvel. If in order,
Yes.
if you go, it's supposed to go Incredible Hulk, the Iron Man 2, Captain America, Thor, the Avengers, Thor 3. I'm sorry, I'm a big fucking Marvel fan. Huge. But I keep going on. I know the lineup, and the Hulk is, I
Hulk
think, the one
started it.
I think the Hulk brings the franchise to its peak, but in reality, I don't think Iron Man I don't think. In my opinion, I think that now it's either Thor, Spider Man, or Black Panther.
Well, now
Them are
you're
the ones that I think that
now you're not wrong.
carrying it.
I'm not saying you're wrong
Huh?
now, but I'm saying the spark to get it all going was it does it boil down to RDJ in the beginning?
I think that
Because without all right, so you had the Incredible Hulk back in the day, like '03, I think was the time frame when it hit.
well, the
Oh,
Incredible Hulk I'm talking about, that one doesn't. That one's not a part of the Marvel universe.
We're
Actually,
okay.
going back to the OG one.
Okay, so you're
we're
my what I'm getting at is like okay, so you had a couple of Marvel films here and there that were kind of like hit or miss. We all can agree with that. Is there as far as money
yeah,
wise? I'm not talking about fan
yeah.
base wise. As far as money wise goes, we had hit or miss, and then you miraculously had Iron Man hit. Once Iron Man hit, did that one Iron Man film spark the rest of them? Is that's what I'm getting at? Is did that one Iron Man, the original, spark the rest of them? That's what I mean. Did RDJ in that one movie make the rest of the Marvel franchise from that point forward?
I
Is what I'm thinking.
I feel like it helped aid it heavily.
I will say, okay, so I watched Iron Man when it, not when it came out, but I watched the Hulk, the Iron Man, all of them before. I watched them. I didn't watch them in order, but when I was a kid, what really drug my attention was honestly the Avengers, the first Avengers. That's what really grabbed my attention. I think them all together is more of that's what grew the Marvel universe
It
because
was a turning point for
and
sure.
they have great movies by themselves. I mean, great. I'm a big Thor fan. That's my favorite that's my favorite hero 100% hands down. But with I'd rather see Thor with the Avengers than I would a solo, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I understand
Oh,
completely.
I mean, huge. But
So like
like I
I
said,
think
we're just
that
talking turning points. That's all. That's all we were saying. Is kind of a turning
well
point
like
in the
see
Marvel
I think
universe.
that was I think that was my turning point. For me was the Avengers for the turning point in my opinion.
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, I really
I
feel
can't
like
disagree on that because that was a solid one. That really was. That was.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
And
honestly, I feel like RDJ was just like that boost that Marvel really needed, and it just kind of carried along.
that's true, yeah. So okay, since we're on to Marvel, let's talk about the three Marvel movies that are coming out this year. We have
Okay.
the new Doctor Strange.
I'm excited for
We
that.
have we have the Thor movie. Oh, I can't fucking wait. And then we have Black Panther. So in 2022, three Marvel movies are gonna drop. Right? We gotta wait until 2023 for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and Ant-Man, and
Oh my god, I love Ant-Man.
the Marvels, yeah, the Marvels. So
Yeah.
we have back to back, literally in 2022 to 2023, we have back to back. So we have six movies that are coming out in a matter of 2 years, basically. So what do we think about that? Like, that's a lot of movies they're coming up with. How I mean, really, we were used to here's a movie here, here's a movie there, and then we wait another year, here's another movie. We're what do
I
you guys think about
I
this? Like, do you
I,
think
I
that like
think
they're doing the right move?
I think they're diluting their
Yeah, I feel like
their
they're starting to push too much.
yeah they're diluting all right all right. So we all know the video game industry, right? We
Mhm.
know that well. We know COD pumps out a game every year, and it's
Every 6 months, it feels like.
it's an unfinished game. They fill out DLC and hot fixes to try to fix it. That type of thing, right? We can all agree on
Never
that.
fixed it.
We can all agree on that, right?
Oh yeah.
Right.
COD is a prime example of that. I think Marvel is
Right.
kind of falling in that same kind of bracket where they're just pumping something out and trying to see if it sticks. Oh shit, it don't stick.
What's next?
what's next.
Let's take a shot real
Let's
quick.
try to find something that fixes it.
Yeah, I
Dude,
feel like they're really just kind of throwing shit out.
I can agree with that.
And it hurts to say that too, because like
It does.
they've made so many quality films.
It is hard because
here's-
they make great movies, but
Here's the counter reaction though with that. Is like, okay, I see myself watching a Marvel movie, and I don't like. I know you guys can be as big as fans as I am. Not saying you're not, but with me, I can watch a Marvel movie, and now with the storyline how they have it, I want to know what's next. Like they opened a whole new fucking universe to the point where anyone that has passed away in the universe, in the Marvel universe that we have known,
can come
think
back.
about that for 1 second. Any single body that you have seen die on a movie can come back not as themselves but as that superhero. So, if you watch the What If series on Disney Plus. So the What If series is basically what if the Captain America wasn't Captain America? Wait, what if he wasn't Steve Rogers, but what if he was his girlfriend? What's her name?
Peggy.
Dude. Yes, Peggy.
Peggy.
And so what if he was Peggy, right? So you have that. So I think that they have opened the universe where, yes, they can come out with a lot, but I think that we have seen no matter how much they have come out with, no, their movies are very well done, in my opinion. There's some people that some people think that there's really bad ones. Some people think they're really good ones, but I like them all because I follow the storyline a lot. And I keep up with the storyline. Like, I've watched all of the series on Disney Plus of WandaVision, What If, Hot Guy, and that one girl, what's her name?
Black Widow.
Other stuff. No. There's an actual series
Widow?
with Hot Guy. No, not with. Well, that Black Widow movie is pretty dope. But no, there's a series with Hot Guy and this girl that grew up loving Hot Guy, so she actually started taking archery lessons to be like Hot Guy. So she's going to come into. She's going to take. She's going to be coming into the universe, and that's the thing. Like, now they have made it where, you used to have just the movies. Now you have the shows, and now the shows are tying into the movies. If you watch the movies and the shows, you're now in where I'm at is like, okay, that last Spider-Man movie did nothing for me. It did, but it did. I loved the movie. It was great. It was made well. It was, everything was to the T. But here's the thing. With What If and the Spider-Man movie, you have where they opened up a whole nother universe. So now you have different Spider-Mans. But with that, you have to think about what's the counter reactions of all of this going to happen. Now, is when Steve Rogers, he can't say what I was going to say. I'm going to give it another couple episodes before I say this. Steve Rogers did something in the new Spider-Man and helped out a lot of things, but he also did something where, how can I explain this? Where no one will remember a certain somebody. We'll put it that way. And now we have to put in a lot of perspective. We can have endless Iron Mans now, but they're not going to be Iron Man, right? We can have endless Captain Americans, but they're not going to be Captain America. They have endless Black Panthers, but they're not going to be Black Panthers, right? But with that, you have endless movies, right? So I think that with them making all these movies, it's going to tie in together with the whole story. I think even Thor, because if we haven't noticed, Thor doesn't tie into the story as much as it could. It has in the last one, Ragnarok. Yes, but Ragnarok tied into the storyline a lot. I mean, actually, if you watch Ragnarok, that one actually really tied into the storyline. It really,
Hulk was literally in it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it really tied into the storyline. It was one of the biggest ones that tied into the storyline. So I think now that with them putting out the movies, it's not going to be how it used to be, where they put out a movie. This is who you have. This is who this is the actor. This is the hero for this one. It's now going to be where everyone's in it, but it's not the Avengers. You know what I mean? Anymore. It's
Yeah.
it's everyone's friends, and we're helping each other out, save the world.
So at the same time, this is where it kind of worries me though, because like, yeah, you're pumping out all this stuff and everything like that, but then you get to a certain point when you're pumping out all of these movies, it just starts to become monotone. You're starting to release the same stuff, where it's like similar concepts.
Same plot line. Same
Yeah.
plot line, different character.
And
Yeah,
yes, yeah,
And
yeah.
that's what's worrying me, because yeah, I love that they're trying to push out this much stuff. But yeah, like if you're just gonna stick to the same plot line across the board, you're gonna have a rough time probably. Yeah, you'll make
Yeah.
your money initially no matter what. I mean, you're Marvel. Whoop de fucking doodah, you'll make your money quick and easy.
That's true.
But it's gonna catch up.
Well, okay. So let's ask this one. I I know we've been on this topic for a while, but this is a good topic. I love it. I mean, actually, we've really talked about movies this whole one. Actually, the
Yeah.
first episode we've really talked about movies, and I'm enjoying it. So did any of y'all watch the Internals?
No.
A little bit.
No. Sorry, bro.
No. Okay.
Too old.
So
Not a lot of it.
So how this? Okay, so I'm gonna put this line up for you guys, so everyone and the viewers can understand where this goes. Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Captain America, blah, Thor, Avengers, Thor 3, Iron Man 3, Thor, The Dark World. Keep on going. You got Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain America, The Winter Soldier. You got the Ant-Man. You got Doctor Strange. Okay, now here we go. We got the Civil War. Okay, that's the end of the older stuff, right? In my opinion. But then you go to the Spider-Man coming, Spider-Man Homecoming, right? Then you got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Then you got the Ragnarok. Hang on, let me double check.
Guardians of the Galaxy
Wait,
will probably always be my favorite.
Hang on.
Can we get?
Okay,
sorry, not to interrupt, but this was going back to a previous topic. Can we get a Civil War meme? Should we get that made between Pete Davidson and Kanye West? Fucking Captain America and Iron Man. Like, can we do that?
Oh my god.
Is that a possibility at some point? Like, can we get
figure this out.
can we get someone to do that for us? Like,
That would be great. That'd be great.
I'm just saying.
That would be great.
To go to our last couple topics, like that's not bad at all.
That would be great. That would be good. But basically, you keep on going into the Marvel universe and you keep on watching the movies, but then you get into right before the Internals, you get into the Black Widow, and it all ties into Endgame, right? Endgame shows Thanos. He
Does
takes
a
out
snap.
half the population, and half the population's gone, right? All the movies after that is tying into quite literally that. And that right there is crazy to me. But here's the thing. You have the Internals. You got to think the Internals now. The Internals are basically put Superman, Iron Man. I mean, sorry. Superman, Thor, Captain Marvel, Spider-Man, all these people that are actually born with the abilities to be gods almost. It was like Thor kind of like
Literal.
powers, they're kind of like they would be gods. Oh, the Eternals, they could never interact with stuff that was happening on Earth. So they couldn't fight those battles. What do you guys think with, if you haven't seen the Internals, what I've told you guys, they could have helped out the end game. They could have helped out that stuff, but they didn't. But now they have put them in the Marvel universe. So what do you think that they're going to do in the next couple movies? Do you think that they're going to tie them with that, put them with the Avengers and put them into the newer movies, even though that now, if you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, because you should have seen it already, because it's it's on Disney Plus, if whatever, now they can do whatever the fuck they want. Do you think they're gonna stay on Earth and help out our superheroes and help out the planet?
My thought process on that is that, yeah, we had Thanos, but we already know that there are stronger powers than him. Which they've already showed him. I mean, there are some people that are just like, fucking, okay, well, I'm a world creator. I'm pretty sure I could tear this apart.
Right.
They're probably going to try to use them in something like that again, where it's another Endgame type movie.
Yeah, I could see that. I think that the Avengers have gotten to a point where I don't think they know what they're going to do next.
Yeah.
But with the Marvel Universe and Marvel Studios with making individual movies, I think they know where they're going with that.
That's another thing, though. With
They,
as
ha-
much as
they have an
Marvel's
unlimited amount of things they can pull from. I mean, all the comics going back to each
Right.
individual character, they have like an unlimited amount of things they can really pull from, as far as storylines.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Because like you have hundreds of different storylines you could pull from, just from Spider-Man. There's so many. Hawk, there's so many. Like where he turns into, what is it? Sinestro, or God, what's his name? Or he pretty much becomes Hawk permanently.
The original Spider-Man is better.
I mean, forever.
With
always.
Toby?
Okay,
Yeah,
Toby
look,
Spider-Man?
this is a confident. This is a very, very look. I love the
Do it,
original
Jordan.
Spider-Mans, but
I know what you're gonna say. Don't do it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
It's off comic. We know. We all know.
It's
that.
off comic, and for two, it is not with the storyline. I'm a Marvel fan.
Okay.
I'm a Marvel bug.
All right,
I love Marvel.
All right, say
But-
just say, for example, they wrote that story not based on comics. Like say that story was just written, right? Is that not, as a story, a good series? Like as a story, not because it goes against Marvel and all that other shit, but as a story itself. Is that
Jordan, choose your words wisely. I don't want to disown you today.
Is that not a better story? Because like I honestly,
I've already disowned you, Star Wars hater.
I know that.
I don't hate Star Wars. You're the one who doesn't know your info.
I know that movie, that series of movies goes against the comics. I know that. Like there's a lot of discrepancies that goes against the comics. But as far as storytelling,
it was done so well.
It was that not done as far as acting, storytelling, and everything else? Was that not done really well? That's what I want to see. Like obviously, I know there's the comic aspect, and you're not going to be able to let that go.
What are we comparing it to though? Are we comparing it to new Spider-Man,
I'm
or
not
are we
comparing it to any Spider-Man at
No, we're
all
not
because it's the other Spider-Mans are a little bit more comic attached. This one's not. The original was more of almost an original piece, just with the Spider-Man name. You know what I mean?
I love the original one. I do. I can watch the original ones all day, every day. I just
I just think the storytelling in the originals are really, really good. Like the actual progression of the plot, and all
I can agree with that.
Yeah,
I can agree with that.
They're really good. They do not line up with the comics at all, though.
Not at all.
They do not.
Yeah.
They do not serve justice to the original comics. That I can 100%.
Glad they didn't do it on that one.
Yeah.
Because of how they played it out.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is they don't play to the original comics. If you're a comics lover, if you're an original Spider-Man lover and all that stuff, it does not play to that. As far as a storytelling and like grasping your attention, it is a great three movies. Like to me, personally.
I can agree.
Yeah,
I can agree with that. I can agree with that because But see, here's the thing: like you can keep it out of the comics, but obviously at the end of the series, Spider-Man 3, they tried to get something with the comics. There was actually supposed to be a Spider-Man 4 with him, and they didn't come out with the Spider-Man 4 because how horrible it went. So
Yeah.
really, in my opinion, that when they were trying to make it in Spider-Man 3 where they were trying to get involved with Venom, Venom was trying to come into play when they were trying to, make it where he was Venom or his suit became Venom or whatever they kind of did with that. That one
It
was
was, like,
kind of
mixed.
confusing.
Yeah, they got far
It
fetched
was,
with it a little bit.
yeah, I got far fetched.
But
So like
really
in
more
the
so,
first one, great one, yes,
Yeah.
banger, fucking awesome, all
Yeah.
day, every day. Second one, okay, I get what you're doing. You're kind of like like the Marvel Batman, I get it. You're a vigilante. I get that. Third one,
It's like
they
you're
were
trying to
drift. It was
get
third one. They were trying to take something out of the comics and bring it into the
Yeah.
comics out of nowhere and without any real
Yeah.
context. And that kind of it felt shitty. And
Yeah.
I know that. Like, but as far as the storytelling goes for the first and second one, the storytelling
was good,
The
yeah.
storytelling was there. As far as like the
Yeah.
character development and all that stuff, it was there. It was actually really good. Minus the you're using the Spider-Man name and you're not really attaching to the comic. So I understand.
I will say,
I understand the first
Yeah.
and second one, 100%.
Well,
Shoddy
definitely.
Body. I'm gonna disagree with they're not his acting. His acting is not as good as his acting is not good as Tom,
Now,
in my opinion.
in
my opinion, with how Spider-Man is supposed to be, because
you're the
you know,
younger
you
generation,
want-
though.
could-
You're the younger generation, so I mean, it's
yes, but if you could try to take out comics as much as you want with it, but in reality, Spider-Man was the baby, was the beginning, was the
the
Marvel's
start of the
baby.
Marvel.
You know what I mean?
It was.
Yeah,
It was.
so-
I'll agree with that.
That's what really helped set it.
when they came out with the Spider-Man movie, original Spider-Man movies, it was, as a kid I didn't know the Marvel universe that well, but now when I'm getting older, it's hard to look at that and go, well, it kind of took that baby and spat in it, because it took all those comics and didn't think about making it with the comics. And in my opinion, there's a storyline on every Marvel universe thing that has been made.
They really tried making
And-
it their own story too much.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
They try to make it their own story too much, and Spider-Man is not his own story.
No.
Spider-Man is a lot more than just Spider-Man.
You had hundreds of shit you could have pulled from, and you
Yeah.
tried to make it your own thing, and it just
That's
didn't-
where-
it didn't
that's
ser-
where
it didn't serve
I-
its purpose.
Yeah.
I can agree 100% with that. Spider-Man had there's 1,000 things you could have pulled from to get Spider-Man to launch with the comics in its back heel, like to push it forward. But you chose your own method, and I didn't like that. But I didn't like the fact that it didn't do the comics justice by any means. But I did like the fact that it did tell a decent story, and as far as if an individual movie goes, it did tell a good story. It did actually do a very good job as continuing that story into the second one. The third one,
yes.
they tried to tie it into the comics that you were steering away from. Like, okay, so for example, if you're gonna steer away from the comics, then steer away from the comics. Stay away from them. Like, okay, do your own thing. Okay, stay away, do your own thing, do your own creative piece. Don't come back to the comics when you're out of your own ideas.
No, I understand that completely.
You know what I'm saying? Like do your own ideas, cool, fucking run it, and do great, and have an awesome
mix it.
and have an awesome thing. But don't, when you're out of shit to do, be like, I gotta make a couple bucks. Let's run it back to the comics that we got hundreds of. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
That just dirties up the fucking timeline and
And I think that's
makes it
why
feel makes
they
it
came
feel
out with.
shitty.
And I think that's why they came out with Tom Holland.
Yeah, and actually,
That's why they came with
Now-
Tom Holland. They were like, all right, let's
you want to know
do
something
some.
cool?
Let's make it into the Marvel universe.
I
now.
like the ending to the most recent Spider-Man, to where Toby, stands in front and takes.
Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell details, but I do like how Toby was put. He was his own Spider-Man, and he was put towards the end of the most recent one, and it really kind of finished that timeline. We'll say.
So
it put it. I'm not spoiling shit. Fuck you. All right. I
have something cool to say. Actually,
it really put a finish to the timeline, and it put an end to his 2 cents in it. We'll say. It really put a good ending to it, and it made it really clean at the end.
So now, of course, a lot of people already know the characters that are in the new Spider-Man, like the Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, of course, your big ones. So something cool about them with William Dafoe is that in the new Spider-Man, he requested to wear his original suit from the first Spider-Man, and it actually fit him perfect.
Right.
Which was crazy because they're like, why do you want to wear your original one and everything and yada yada? He's like, and he literally said to literally play the part, and he fucking nailed it. And with Dr. Octonauts, he requested that the CGI make him look exactly the same, or at least close to exactly the same as he did in the original.
See here, I don't know if you guys ever watched Hot Wings. So
yes,
Tom
I love
Holland,
that.
Hot Ones,
Tom was actually on Hot Ones. Yeah. Tom Holland was on Hot Ones, and he was talking about how the doctor, he actually it was really amazing to see him be into the role that he was in, because of Tom said that it was like him being a kid again, and how he was redoing the role because they didn't have what they have now. He was able to actually use the legs to walk differently than he used to be. And now he was able to have more movement, more stuff, and he said that he fucking loved it. And I think that plays an effect of a lot of new things too. Like, when the people that did come into the new Spider-Man, they played their role fabulous.
I know in the original they actually used puppets to operate the arm.
Yeah.
And it was CGI'd this time.
Now the fact that it works.
He had way more movement, and he actually said he had back problems because he had to wear a back brace with the fucking things on it. It's just that puppeteers controlled each arm and doing the movement and shit like that. But now obviously it was all CGI'd. He said it was so much better this time than it used to be.
Right.
I'm just saying, you know how fun it has to be to play his role. I'm sorry, I would love to have 4 extra legs that I could just stand up on and just walk around with, and I have to use my physical legs.
Lazy ass.
I want a set of them.
Maybe you would have been on time today.
But see that, but the thing is, that's when see the villains, obviously the villains have always been a part of the Marvel universe, right?
Yeah, they're actually a big part.
And that's where, when Mike was saying that they were trying to put a little bit of comic in it, but they just try to do their own thing at the same time, and it's just not gonna work.
No, it's either one or the other. Either do your own thing.
It's one or the other,
or do the comics. That's just it.
Yeah,
but I still think Andrew Garfield got the fucking shit end of the stick, and he deserves his.
Okay, Andrew Garfield is good.
Yeah, he deserves.
I like Andrew Garfield.
He deserves another
movie.
He did
get kind of fucked.
Yeah, he deserves another movie.
He deserves another movie.
Well, they were gonna make another movie with him too, but it didn't go as planned, supposedly. No, I follow this thing on not TikTok.
Have you seen him in
Snapchat?
Did you see him in Hacksaw Ridge? Yeah, that's a fucking.
No,
that was.
I recommend Jordy, if you don't watch that, I recommend watching that. If you're an Andrew
That
Garfield
was
fan,
such a good.
he
That
I
was
like
he's
Andrew
so
Garfield.
good.
he plays a soldier in World War II that refuses to shoot, and he's a medic, and it's actually based on a true story. He just deliberately only helps people instead of actually shooting, doing.
And he did it so
I like that.
good.
And he
I like that.
He does that role
I
so
think
well.
that's another actor, a young actor that people don't look
He's not
at
even
either.
young anymore. He's in his mid-30s. He's coming up to 40.
Well, yes,
Is
yes,
he now?
but like,
Yes,
yes, but
you say
Is he that old?
you say
newer.
young actor, but he's
He
like either 35, I think, 36, somewhere in there.
he's a newer actor that's getting bigger.
Yeah,
He's
oh,
getting
definitely.
and I think that he will be up there with Tom too. I think
Oh,
he's
yeah.
up there with Tom,
Yeah.
but not just because,
Tom's
not
a
at the
baby
same
right now,
time.
though.
No, because
Oh my god,
he
dude!
Tom
Andrew
is in more
Garfield's
movies.
38.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
that's
He
insane.
does not look 38.
No, he's dead.
Do you guys have any other topics y'all want to bring up before we wrap up this episode?
Nah, I don't
Anything?
think.
No?
No, man, we talked about Marvel
Okay.
movies almost the entire time.
I mean,
Yeah.
that is true. That is true. I mean, this is the first
Hey,
time we've
you know
talked
what?
about
We
movies
got our
like this.
YouTube title.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Yeah, it is
Um,
a true story about a kid.
Michael, do you want to send us off on this one, bro?
Actually, I want Mike to see what he got.
What do you mean? Sorry, what?
Let the special guy
Well-
do it.
What do you mean special?
Maybe
I'm not.
the-
There's nothing special about me. What do you mean?
Are you sure about this?
Well, here, I'll send us off. It's okay. It's okay, guys. I'll send us off. Don't forget, guys. This was a fucking fabulous episode. Let's take a shot for this episode, real quick.
It's not the whole time, you guys slacking.
Let's have a good cheers, boys. We love you guys. We had a great episode, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell. Don't forget to check out all the socials on everything we are on, because we are on multiple socials: TikToks, Instagram, Twitter, etc.,
It's pointless to list it. There's so much.
There's just so much out there. I appreciate the community that we have the community that has grown with us, the community that has sticked with us, because we have seen with our own eyes the viewership going up and up and up. We have seen you guys support and tell us what you like and tell us what you dislike, seeing you guys in chat. And I'm telling you, definitely keep on letting us know, because we keep it into consideration. We love you guys. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Don't forget, hit that like, comment, subscribe button. Love you all. Peace.
Adios, motherfuckers.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes. End it.
All right. Well.
Yes. No.
Yeah.
Alrighty. See you. Bye.